In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 weirdest mobiles. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. You may think there's a gap in design innovation these days, given how identical all smartphones seem. Wood assisted CNBC in compiling a list of some of the strangest and wackiest phone designs ever. Here's a list of the top 10 weirdest mobiles. Let's start. Number 10. Motorola Backflip. Back in 2010, there was no lack of phones with sliding keyboards, but Motorola chose to be unique with the backflip. The rear of the laptop flips over to display a physical keyboard, as the name suggests. It was a blunder of a design that had no logical justification and exposed the keyboard to injury. Backtrack, which was a very worthless trackpad, was located on the rear of the screen. The backflip's power was underwhelming to say the least. Number 9. Samsung Continuum. If you thought the ticker display on the LG V series was unique, think again. Samsung came up with the same concept 5 years ago and implemented it on the Continuum. Surprisingly, the 1.8 inches 96 by 480 AMOLED display was placed underneath both the main screen and the capacitive navigation buttons, making this jelly bean-shaped phone look even more odd. Many people lauded the Continuum's fast 1 GHz Hummingbird processor and 336 MB of RAM in a 2010 review, claiming that this phone flies. Number 8. Casio Ganon Commando. Almost every flagship these days is water resistant, and a few even have MIL STD 810G certification. However, this wasn't always the case. Back then, there were a lot more rugged Android phones, and one of them was the Ganon Commando, which had a unique name and design. This Casio had slightly old specs back in 2011. When it was new, the 800 MHz processor and 512 MB of RAM delivered middling performance, and the 3.6 inches 480p TFT LCD, while bright, wasn't particularly responsive. Number 7. Kyocera Echo. When the dual-screen ZTE Axon M was announced last year, one phone kept coming up: the Kyocera Echo. The Echo's screen size was increased from 3.5 to 4.7, thanks to a clever hinge, and it's only broken up by a big black bar generated by bezels that meet in the center of the screen. Number 6. LG Optimus Vu Intuition. Samsung's 5.3 Galaxy Note became one of the most well-known phablet models in late 2011. LG needed to compete, so it released the Optimus Vu, which was also known as the Intuition on Verizon. On tablets, 4 to 3 screens are common, but in 5 inches form on a phone, people were skeptical. The Optimus Vu was equipped with a dual-core 1.5 GHz Snapdragon S3, 1 GB of RAM, 32 GB of storage, and 8MP back camera. Number 5. Asus Pad Phone. The Pad Phone range includes a conventional smartphone and a tablet docking station, not to be confused with Asus's tablet-sized phones, the PhonePads. The Pad Phone 2 was released in 2012, followed by the Pad Phone Infinity, then the Pad Phone X, for the US, and the Pad Phone S, for ROW. Some variants also came with keyboard docks and mini versions. The Asus Pad Phone had a 4.3-inch 540p AMOLED display. Number 4. Samsung W201X. Although most people abandoned flip phones over a decade ago, Samsung understands that certain individuals still prefer them. As a result, it's been producing high-end Android flip phones for overseas markets, mainly China, since 2013, imaginatively designating them with a W before the year of release, and they're still being released. Number 3. Yoda Phone. Many of you may not be aware that the Yoda Phone was created by Yoda, a Russian mobile carrier. Early in 2013, the company released the first of its famed dual-display phones. Surprisingly, the Yoda Phone brand is still alive and well, with the Yoda Phone 3 introduced in September 2017. Number 2. Samsung Galaxy Round. People complained that the palm rejection technology wasn't enough to counteract inadvertent touches on the corners of the screen, thus Samsung's curved panels have become more tame in recent years. Number 1. Oppo N1. It was the first phone with a motorized camera module when it was released in 2013. It did get rid of the need for a separate front-facing camera, but to be honest, it was more of a novelty than a need. The N1 had a 5.9-inch 1080p IPS LCD. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, Be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.